Oh, play on! Give me excess of it. That's surf fighting. The addict may seek it and so die. Let's treat again. It had dying fall. Oh, like sweet bed of violence, stealing, giving odor. Enough! No more! 'Tis not sweet was before. Oh, spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that, nor saying thy capacity receives as the sea, not enters there of a Validian pit soar, but all false will bait in low price, even in it, so full of shape that alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The heart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. When mine eyes first gazed upon Olivia, methought she purged me of all pestilence, and thus I was turned to a heart, like fell and cruel hounds my desires ere since pursue me. You, what news from her?
So please, my lord, I may not be admitted, but her handmaiden do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloister she will veil to walk, and water once a day her chambers with eye-offending brine. All this to seize it, a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting her sad remembrance.
Oh, that fine friend that she paid this debt of love to a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shadow killed all affections else within her? When body, brain, and liver, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled, her sweet perfections, by one self-same king. Away, to sweet red flowers, no thought thy rich and canopied bowers.
What country friends is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
Illyria, what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he's in Elysium, perchance he is not drowned.
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
And perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, when our ship did split, when you and those few saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most prominent in peril, find himself, courage and help both teaching him across the practice, to a mast that lived upon the sea, where, like airing on a dolphin's back, he made acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, his gold, mine own escape unfolded to my hope, whereto thy speech lies for authority. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, for I was born and bred not 2 hours from this very place.
Who governs here?
The Duke is noble in nature as a name.
What's his name?
Orsino.
Orsino? I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh and murmur, for as you know, with the great Jew the lustful prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of her brother, his son, who shortly also died. For whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I serve that lady. It might not be delivered to the world till I had made my own estate mellow.
That were hard to compass, for she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the Duke's.
There is fair behaviour in thee, Captain, and though that nature with the beauteous walls of the oft close in pollution, I will believe thou hast a character that suits with this, thy outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, concealing what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise I shall happily become. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch. What else may have to time, I shall commit to my wit.
Be his eunuch and your mute I'll be, if my tongue blabs and let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
If the Duke intended his favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are a stranger.
You either fear his humour or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Tell me, madam, is that inconsistent in his favours?
No, believe me.
I thank you.
Who's on Cesario? Ho!
Call your attendants, my lord, here.
Stand you a while, aloof! Sorry, thou knowest less of all. I have impressed the book even my secret soul unto you. Therefore, good youth, address thy gains unto her. Stand at her doors until thy fixed foot shall go to her rights!
Sure, my noble lord, but if she be so tender to his sorrows as it spoke, she will never admit me.
Leave also about thy unprompted returns.
Say I do speak with her, my lord, what then?
Oh, then, and for the passion that is my love, surprise her dear discourse of my faith, thou shalt do well to act thy woes. They shall respond better thy youth than nature's more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they say that to man, but Diana's lips is not so smooth and rubrous. All is semblance of a woman's part. I don't know she's right up for this affair, some 4 or 5 attend them, all if you will find us with least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, and call his fortunes thine.
I think it so, my lord. Yet a baffled strife, who I will myself to be his wife.
thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell you where that saying was born of. I fear no colors.
Where? Good Mistress Mary.
In the wars. And that you may be so bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you're to be hanged for being so long absent. Or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for turning away let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then.
No, not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That one break, the other will hold. If both break, your gaskins fall.
Apt! In good faith, very apt. Well, go that way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert a witty piece, send me in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here come my lady. Make that excuse wisely. You were best.
Oh, wit and be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. Oh, God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Come to, you're a dry fool. I'll no more of it. Besides, you grow dishonest.
The lady bade take away the fool. Therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprison in the highest degree, madam. Lady, calculus non facit monarch. That's as much to say as I were not remotely in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof?
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll buy your proof.
Oh, Madonna, why was that?
Good fool for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
Well, the more you fool, mourning for your brother's soul being in heaven, take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, it shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make a better fool.
Will God send you a speedy infirmity for the better increasing of your folly? Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship think of life such a barren rascal. I saw him put down to the jail with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gone. I protest, I take these wise men that grow so these kind of fools no better than the fools then.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste for the stamp advertised. To be generous, careless, and a free disposition is to take those things for bird balls that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in an undiscreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman that much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. He is a young gentleman, and well attended.
Who my people hold him today?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madam. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick. Oh, I'm not at home. What you ought to discuss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old, and people dislike it.
You have spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son were to be a fool whose skull Jove crowned with brains. Oh, for there he goes, one of thy kindred must weep by him, madam.
My man, I'm half drunk. What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught of heat makes him a fool. The second mads him, and the third, oh, it drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crowner and let him sit on my cause, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned.
He is,
Look after him.
he is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak to you. I told him you were sick, he takes him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak to you. I told him you were asleep, he seems to offer a knowledge of that as well, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
He's been told so. He says he'll stand outside your door like a sheriff's ghost and be supported to a bench, but he will speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, if mankind?
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He will speak with you, will you know?
But what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough to be a man, nor young enough to be a boy. As a squash before tis a peace god, whereas they called him went to sell us an apple. 'Tis with him between standing watch as between boy and man. He's very well favored and speaks very curiously.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Good gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Come, bring my bed. Throw it over my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if you be the lady of the house, for I have never seen her. I would loathe to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to form it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance that you be the lady of the house, and I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
Oh, my profound heart. And yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not what I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain if you usurp yourself, then you are she. For what is yours to reserve is not yours to bestow. But this is from my commission. I will honor with my speech in your praise and give you the heart of my message.
Oh, come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise. If your speech is more like to be feigned, I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time and noon for me to make one and so skipping a dialogue.
Will you horse sail, sir? Here lie your way.
No, good swab, I'm here to hold a little longer. Somewhat of occasion for your sweet giant lady.
Surely you have some hideous matter to deliver, since the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive branch in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely.
The rudeness that hath appeared in me hath appeared from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhood. To your ears divinity, to any other's profanation.
Give us a place to learn. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
My sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method and the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good lady, let me see your face.
My face? Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will unveil the curtain and show you the picture. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir, to endure wind and weather.
Oh, good lady, you are the coolest she lived. You are to go into the grave and leave the world with no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will send out down the schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried and labelled, every particle and utensil to my will. As item 2 lips indifferent red, item 2 grey eyes with lids to them, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I know what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you were fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense if you were not crowned the non-peril of beauty. How does he love me? With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder the sighs of fire.
Your lord does not know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I know him noble, suppose him virtuous, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, and voices well divulged, free and valiant, and the shape of dimension, a great man, yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I loved you in my master's strife, with such deadly suffering, with such strife, I would make no sense of it. I wouldn't understand it.
Why, what would you?
Well, I'd make a willow cabin at your gate, call upon my soul in the house, and halloo your name into the rubber-bit hills, make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not sleep between the air and the earth, but you should pity me.
What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
Lady, I am no feed post. My master lacks recompense, not I. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy face, thy tongue, thy limbs, thy actions, thy spirit, do give thee fivefold blazon. Oh, not too fast. Soft, soft, unless the master were the man. How now? So quickly can one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at my eyes. Well, let it be. What helm, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the countessman. He left this ring after your grace to flash her from my mind. Fate, show thy force, ourselves we do not own. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By all patience, no. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It were bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me know whither you're bound.
No, sooth sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort me from what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, whom I called Roderigo. My father was Sebastian of Messalin, whom I know you've heard of. He left behind myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, alter that. For an hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned. Alas, today. A lady, sir, though it's said of many that accounted beautiful, she bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She was drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be of your servant.
If you will not undo that which you have done, that is kill him whom you have recovered, desiring not, fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am charged with the manners of my mother. Mine eye still tells of me. I am bound to Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's courts. Else would I surely see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so. That danger shall seem sport, and I shall go.
You're not even with Countess Olivia.
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me from my pains by taking it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a more desperate assurance. And one thing more, that you never be so hard into him again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's thinking of this. Is she even so?
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will that it should be returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I have no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her, for she made a good view of me so much so that methought her eyes had lost my tongue, for she started speaking in starts distractedly. She loves me, sure! The cunning of a passion invites me in this childish messenger. Yet of my lord's ring, why, he sent her not. I am the man. And if be a sister, then poor lady, she would better love a dream. Disguise. I see now what a pregnant wickedness where the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proud of false women's waxen hearts to scent their forms? How will this phage? My master loves a deal, and I, poor monster, fond as much of them. What will become of this? Is I a man? My state is desperate for my master's love. Is I a woman? Now, alas, a day. Time, thou shalt unravel this, not I. But it's too hard a knot for me to untie.
Give me some music! Now, good morrow, friends. That old and intimate song with you last night, methought to leave my passions much, more than brisk air than nothing termed. Like most brisk day-based time, come, but one verse.
He is not here, your lordship, so please that should sing it.
Who was it?
Fasting, the jester, my lord. A fool that the lady Olivia's father took much delight in. They are about the house.
Seek him out, and bring that tune a while. Come hither, boy. Without ever shot say in speech, seeing the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How's it like with this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat to which love is throned.
Thou to speak masterly, more life upon young though thou art, thine eyes have gained upon a favour that love, have it not, boy?
A little by your favour.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion, my lord.
She's not worth thee then. What years, I faith?
About your years.
Too old, by heaven! Let the woman take an elder than herself, so wears she to him, so sways she in her husband's heart. For boy, how we do praise ourselves. Our emotions are more giddy than firm, more long, wavering, sore lost in woman than one in a woman's awe.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy emotions behold the bent. Women as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall the very hour.
And so they are, to die even when to perfection grow.
Once again, Mrs. Ario, get the young sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble in the world, prize not quantity of dirty land that she holds as fortune. Tell her hold these give me as fortune, but that noble and queen of gem that cranks my soul and attracts me to her.
Sooth, but you must say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath about playing the part as you have for Olivia.
There is no woman's side can buy so strong a being in passion love doth give my heart. No one's heart so big to hold as much than that pretension. Alas, no man called appetite, no motion of liver, but mind is hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare love woman to bear me in the love I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
All too well what love women to men may owe. In faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man. As it were, if I were woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told of a love, but let concealment like a wand with a bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined and thought, and with green and yellow melancholy sat like patience on a monument. Was it not love indeed? We men say more, swear more, but we show much in our vows and little in our will.
But thy sister-in-law, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. So shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's a theme. Give her this jewel. Tell her I love can buy no place, buy no delay.
Come thy way, Senor Fabian. Nay, I'll come. My miss a scruple of this sport may be boiled to death in melancholy. Here comes a little villain. Get you up to the box tree. Here come our bullier down this walk. He's been practicing his behavior in the sun this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know that I make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there, for here comes a trap that is called a tickling.
Tis misfortune or misfortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Slight, I could so be through.
To be Count Malvolio. There's an example for that. The Lady of Strachey married the human of the wardrobe.
Fire on him, Jezebel.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my estate, calling my offices about me, branched in my velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I've left Olivia sleeping.
Fire, brimstone. Oh, peace, peace.
And then to have the humor of state and a demure traveler guard, telling them I know my place as they should do theirs. To ask for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles! Oh, peace, peace. Now.
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frowned a while, and perchance one died my watch to play with my summer rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me. I frowned a while, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard for control.
Shall this fellow live? Nor silence be drawn from us with cards yet.
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me your niece, give me this figurative of speech. You must amend your drunkenness.
Oh, scab! Make patience and break things for plot.
Besides, you waste your treasure of time with one foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas often many do call me a fool.
By my life, what employment have we here?
Now is the wood happier the gin?
By my life, This is my lady's hand. These are her very seeds, her very teas, her very use, and thus she makes a great peace. It is in contempt to question her hand.
Her seeds, her use, her teas? What's that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes, the very phrases. By your leave wax soft and the impression of her lucus with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady, to whom should this be?
This wings his liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know what follows. The numbers altered, no man must know. If it should be thee, Malvolio, I may command where I adore. By silence like a Lucre's knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Fashion riddle.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life, nay. But first let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
I may command where I adore, why, she may command me. I am a server, she is my lady. This is evident to any formal capacity. And at the end, there is no obstruction in this. What should this alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me, softly, M-O-A-I. M. Malvolio, why that begins my name.
Did I not tell you he'd figure out? The current's excellent at faults.
But there's no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
Oh, shall end, I hope.
And then I comes behind.
If you had an eye behind you, may seem more detraction in your heels than fortune before you.
M-O-A-I. This stimulation is not the former, and yet to cross is little about me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Softly, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I'm above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some of greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands. Let thy tongue let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself and what thou art to be like. Cast thy handles low and appear fresh. Be opposite with kinsmen, swirly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself in the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee cross-gartered. Go to, thou art made to be desired to be so. If not, let me see the shoe still. The fellow servants are not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter devices with thee, the unfortunate happy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I'll be proud. I'll read product authors. I'll baffle Sir Toby. I'll be point devised the very man. I do not now fool myself to let my imagination jade me. For every reason excites me that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my legs being cross-gartered. And in this she manifests herself to my love. And with a kind of injunction that drives me to these habits of her liking, I thank the stars. I am happy. I'll be straight stout in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. I thank thee. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou and my stars be prayed, and to stain my love, let it appear in thy smiling, thy smiles come thee well. Therefore in my expressing, still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I will thank thee, I will smile, I will do everything thou wilt have me.
I will not give my part of the sport for a pension of thousands to be paid by the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for the device.
Here comes my noble gold catcher.
If you wish to see the first fruits of our sport, Marcus first approached before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, 'tis a fashion she detests. And he will do nothing but smile to her, being so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to the melancholy that she is. You will find her but a little contempt. If you wish to see it, follow me.
Save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy table?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No, sir, I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house does stand near the church.
So thou mayst say a king lies by a beggar, for beggar does twelve evening. Or thy tailor stands by the church, thy tailor does play in the church.
You have said, sir, to see this age, a sentence is but a shovel glove to a good wit. How quickly may the wrong side be turned outward?
Nay, that's certain. Those that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
Why would therefore my sister have no name, sir?
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name's a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton.
Are you not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, sir, the Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married. I'm indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does work about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool must be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Now Jove and his next commodity of hair bring thee a beard.
By my troth, I told thee I am almost sick for one, but I'd rather not have it go on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Oh, no.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia, sir, to bring a Cressida to this Troilus. The matter, I hope, is not great, sir. Begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within, sir. Who you are and what you would are out of my welcome. I would say element, but the word is overwhelming.
This fellow's wise enough to play the fool. Devant d'or, monsieur. Et vous aussi, votre serviteur. I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours too. Most excellently accomplished lady, the heaven rains odeurs on you. That suits rare couture, rain odors well. My matter have no voice other than your most pregnant and vouchsafed ear. Odieuse, pregnant, vouchsafed? I'll get off your way! Let the god don't be shouting and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir. My duty, madam, and most humble service. What is your name, sir? Cesario is your servant's name, my lady. My servant? 'Twas never in merry world since Lady Phoenix called compliment. You are servant to the Count Orsino, you? And he is yours, for your servant is your servant, madam. For him, I think not on him. First thoughts, but they were blanks rather than filled with me. What's your gentle thoughts in your behalf? Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bid you never speak of him again. Dear lady, give me leave, I beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit to force it on you in a shameful cunning which she knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that herein his heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown, a cypress, not a bosom hides my heart. Now let me hear you speak. I pity you. That's a degree to love. No, not a rise, which is very oft to be seen to pity enemies. Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be proud, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit and meat is come to harvest, your wife is not your proper man. There lies your way. Due west. Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend to your ladyship. You nothing by my lord by me? Stay! I pray thee tell me what thou thinkst of me. That you are not what you think that you are. If I think so, I think the same of you. Then you are right, I am not what I am. I would you were as I would have you be. I wish it might, for now I am your fool. Oh, what a deed of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous skill chose not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee! So that longer all thy pride, nor wit, no reason can my passion hide. And do not extort thy reasons for this clause for that I move. Thou therefore hast no cause but rather
but reason thus, and reason better. Love sought is good, but giving unsought is better.
By my troth I tell thee, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no lady, save I alone, shall mistress be of it. And so, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Well, come again, that thou mayst move that heart which now abhors to like his love. No, fight no longer! Stay no longer! You must yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw Lydia do more favors to the Count Everyman than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you, Sir Andrew.
So that's will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, by the oaths of judgment and reason. She did show favor to the youth to exasperate you, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You then should have accosted her, and this was balked, unless you planned to redeem by some other laudable attempt of either valor or policy.
And it's be any other way, unless you valor for policy I hate, and at least be a brightness as a politician.
Challenge me the Count's use to a fight with him. Write a letter. Go to it.
If you desire the spleen, and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Young Gomavilio has turned heathen, a very renegade, for there is no Christian that can be saved by believing rightly such impossible passages of Christ. He is in yellow stocking and cross-gartered, most villainously like a pendant that keeps a school in the church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does follow every point to leather I drop to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than an augmentation of the indie. I know my lady will strike her, and when she do, he'll smile and take it for great favor. Come, bring me where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And now luck to see you, lo, so much as one drawn from a longer voyage. For jealousy, one might befall your travel, being unskilled in these parts which, to a stranger, unfriended and unguided, often prove rough and hospitable. My willing love, the rather by the arguments of fear, set forth by your pursuit.
Oh, my kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks, thanks, and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But where my worth assists my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir, best your suits your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long till night. I pray you let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Will you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count of his galleys, I did some service to such an elite that if I were detained here, it would be scarce be answered.
Be like you slew a great number of his people.
The offense is not such of a bloody nature, albeit the quality of time and quarrel was rather of a bloody argument, which, for repaying, most of our city did. And if I be lasted in that place, I shall repay it.
How then want to open?
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs of the elephant is best to lodge. I shall bespeak our diet, while you beguile the time and feed the knowledge of the town. There shall you have me.
Why, I your purse.
Happily your eyes shall light upon some toy you desire to purchase, which is not for idle market, sir.
I will be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the elephant.
I do remember.
Quite some talker. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow him? For you is bought more often by your borrower. I speak to him. Where is Mavonia? He is sound and civil and sits well for our separate fortunes. Where is Mavonia?
He's coming, madam, with a very strange manner. You're sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship her best to have some guard about you if you do come, for sure.
Go call him
The
hither.
man is tainted in wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he. If sad as my madness he will be. What ho, my will you?
Sweet lady, ho ho.
Smile, Salle. I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-garter. But with all that, the please the eye of one it is with me as the very true song it is. Please one, please all.
Why? How dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands, and command shall be executed. I think we do know this sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? I see that I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so?
How do you do, Malvolio?
At your request, yes. Nightingale answered those.
Why come you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Some are born great, 'tis well writ.
What meanst thou by that?
Some achieve greatness,
Huh?
and some of greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Did you not command thy yellow stockings,
Yellow stockings!
and wish to see thee cross-gartered?
Cross-gartered!
Go to, thou art made if you desire to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee steward still.
Why, this is very bits of a madness!
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's has returned. I can hardly keep him back. Do you wait your ladyship's pleasure?
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. What's my cousin Toby? Let my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of myself.
No worse, my man Sir Toby to look at me. This concurs directly with the letter. And then when she went away, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together. Then no drime of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no unsaved nor circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can come between the fullest prospect of me and my hopes. Well, John Matthias is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
How is with you, sir? How is with you, man?
Go hang yourselves all. You're all idle, shallow things. I'm not of your element. You shall know more. Hereafter.
More matter for my morning.
Here's a challenge. Read it. I want there's pepper and vinegar in it.
It's so saucy.
Aye, it is. Do but read.
Give it. If this letter move him not, he shall not. I'll give it him.
You may have a very fit occasion for it. He is currently in some converse with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
I have set too much onto a heart of stone. Let me on to and carry on it. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but what a headstrong, potent false is, that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes all my master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. It hath no tongue to vex you, refuse it not. I never say she'll come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me this afternoon?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How of mine honor may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Yet, come again tomorrow. I feel like you might bear my soul to hell. Fare you well.
That defense thou hast betake thee to it. Of what wrongs thou hast done me, I know not, but thy interceptor full of despite, bloody as the hunter that attends thee at orchard's end? This man is mistaken. I have no quarrel to any man. My mind is free and clear of any offense done to any man. I am a knight dubbed with unmatched rapier, and a carpet consideration, but I am a devil in private brawl. Hobnob is the word, give or take it. I will return upon into the house and sire some conduct of the lady. I have heard of some men who purposely put quarrels on others to test their valor. Be like this a man of that quirk. This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonder promise. He is indeed, sir, the most fatal, bloody opposite you've ever seen in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him?
I cannot who knows much about my metal. I am one that rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight.
There's no remedy. He will fight with you for Earth's sake.
Pray God defend me. How little they know how much I lack of in a man.
If grounded, you see him furious.
Pray God keep his own.
Oh, sir! If this young gentleman have done offense, I for him defy you.
This is the man. Antonio, I arrest thee at the suite of Count Orsino.
You do mistaken me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well. Though now you wear no sea cap on your head, I'll arrest you. I know your favor well.
I must obey. Please, I must ask for my own wallet.
What money, sir? Both that kindness you have shown me here today, and partly prompted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Here's half my coffer.
I must entreat of you some of the money. What is that offer you are giving me?
What money, sir? I do not know you, nor know I of you. I hate ingratitude in a man more than I had lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taint of vice that inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, come, sir.
Let me speak. You, Sebastian, done good feature shame, but the beauteous mind of the unkind, done good feature evil, you, I proclaim, are the devil. Take me away.
Come, sir. Methinks his words to from such passion fly, and he believes himself so do not I. Prove true, imagination, oh, prove true, that I, dear brother, be now in town for you. He names Sebastian, so sure that methinks his words see from such passion fly. I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass in colour and ornament was my brother. How if it prove, tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
Coward, most avowed coward, religious in it.
Slide, I'll have to make any beat him.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out, I faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her. No, your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose either. Nothing that is so is so.
I pray thee, go vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest, not me.
Vent my folly. He has heard this word from a wise man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I'm afraid this great love of the world will prove a cockney. I prithee now, ungrid thy strangers and tell me what I shall bet to my lady. Shall I bet to her that thou art coming?
I pray thee, foolish Greek, depart from me. Here's for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, these wise men that give fools money do very oft get themselves a good report after 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
And there's for thee. And then. And. There! Are all the people mad?
Matter? Will it ever be thus? Ungracious breath for the madness and barbarous cares and madness never were preached. Out of my sight!
Be not offended, Cesario.
Rude by me, gone!
I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom and not thy passion sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Come with me to my house, and we'll have many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath pushed up. Thou may smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Besure his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine indeed.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Still, if this is a dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, but thou be ruled by me.
Madam, I will.
Say so, and so be.
This And the spell she gave me, I can feel it and see it. 'Tis wonder, not madness. But where's Antonio? I could not find him at the elephant, yet still there he was. And there I found this credit that he did range the town to seek me out. This counsel might do me golden service, now that my soul disputes well with my senses, that there might be some sort of error, but not madness. Yet, thought this accident of flow of fortune exceeds all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me thus. But that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. Yet, if it were so, she could not sway her house and command her followers the way a perceives he does. There's something in it that is deceivable. Yet, still here the lady comes.
Fear not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and this holy man into the chantry bars. Now before him and underneath the consecrated roof, grant me the full assurance of your faith, so that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whilst you are willing it shall come to naught, what time we will our celebration keep, according to my breath. What do you say?
I will follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
We'll lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, if thou lovest me, give me this letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
That is as if to give a dog and a recompense desire thy dog again.
How are your lady Lydia, friends?
I saw were some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How's thou go, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the worse my friends and the better for my foes.
No, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can this be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. My foes tell me plainly I am an ass, so that by my foes I profit the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So, conclusions be as kisses you have 4, negatives make you 2 affirmatives, then. The worse my friends and the better for my foes.
Why, that's excellent.
By my troth, sir, no, though would it please you to be one of my friends.
Well, that shall be worse for me. There's gold.
But it would be double dealing, sir, if you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey.
Well, I will be so much be a sinner to be no gold dealer. There's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio is a good play. And as the saying goes, the third pays for all. The triplet, sir, is a good tripping matter. May put you in mind 1, 2, 3.
You can pull no more gold out of me this though. But tell your lady I'm here to speak with her and bring her along with you. It may waken my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go. But, as you say, let your bounty take a nap. I will awake it anon.
Here comes the man to the rescue.
Oh. That face, and your own will. Although last I saw a scream flag as Vulcan the smoke of war. A bowing vesting to the captain of a shadow draught from Vulcan prizable. Most scathed grab of the most noble bond of feet did he make. Tell me, sir, what's with him?
This is Antonio, sir. He that stole the phoenix and had freight from the candy. He who did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. I apprehended him in the gravel of the night.
No to apply those salt-water thief. What fool's boldness has brought their mercies and served so bloody and so clear, has made thine enemies.
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that you shake off these names that you give me. Antonio never yet was a thief of Paris, although, on ground or basis, a witchcraft drew me hither. That boy, that ungrateful boy that you see by your side, I took him from the deep sea of the raging foam of the ocean. Only he stood out. And, if I be beatitude, with the ungratefulness of him, and if I go to him, and if I go to him, this cannot happen.
How can this be? When came he to this town?
Just 2 minutes to intern, 3 months in vacancy, and we spend our nights and days.
Oh, here comes the Countess, now heaven walks on earth. But fellow, it was our madness. 3 months is used attendant upon me, but more that's anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord within you may not have her, and Olivia makes him serviceable. Cesario, you do not keep your promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it yield to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and thousand to my ears howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
To reversing this, you want civil and auspicious lady, whose ingrate auspicious desires, the faithful offerings, the true place in your favor. What shall I do?
Even would it please my lord that shall become him?
Oh, shall I do it like a gypsy thief appointed to kill what I love? A savage judge and savors nobly, but hear me this. Since you now regards cast your faith, and that is partial of this instrument choosing on true place in your favor, you, the mother-breasted tyrant still, and your minion, whom I know you love, and by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him, without the cruel light assist his master's spite. Come, Lord, where thou art ripe with mischief. I will sacrifice the lamb that I do love, sacrifice the raven's heart for their dove!
And I must succumb willingly and after do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After my lord, after him that I love, more than I love eyes, more than I love my life.
How be detested, how am I beguiled?
Come,
I
away!
beguile you. Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come,
Cesario,
away.
husband, stay.
Husband!
Husband, can he that deny?
Your husband, Cyril!
Not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as thou fearest. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep darkness. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by interchanging of the rings, and all the ceremony of this compact, sealed in my function by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me, toward my grave I have traveled but 4 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub! What will thou be when time is going to result in that case? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet, where I and you shall henceforth never meet!
My lord,
Oh, do not swear. How little faith, or thou hast too much fear.
for the love of God, your help!
What's the matter?
Hath broke my head across, for the love of God, your help! I had about 40 pounds, I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman wants Cesario. I took him as a coward, but he's a very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario!
Oh, lightnings that he is! You have broke my head for nothing! Why do you speak to me? You drew your sword upon me, and I bespoke you without cause.
Get you to bed and let your hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman. But were he the brother of my blood, I have done no less with wit and safety. Huh? You throw a stranger God upon me, and by that I perceive it hath offended you. Oh, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One voice, one face, one heaven, 2 persons? And that's what it is and is not!
Antonio!
Sebastian,
Are you? Oh, my kind Antonio, how have the hours tortured me since I lost thee?
how you made division of yourself, and now with left in 2.
Most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. Nor can there be that deity in my nature, no. No, I had a sister, whom the surges devoured. Of charity, what king are you to me? What parentage, what countryman, what name?
Of Messalene, Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, till he suited to his watery doom. If fortune can forbid both form and suit, then you come to frighten us.
A spirit I am indeed, but I am in that dimension grossly clad, from which the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I would let my tears fall upon your cheek, and say thrice welcome, drawn Viola.
My father had mold upon his brow,
So had mine.
and round the day when Viola had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He indeed finished his mortal act that day my sister made 13 years.
If fortune can forbid us both, if nature can make us happy, that I and Viola, fortune can make us both happy, both that each circumstance of time and place do cohere and jump. But this, my masculineness of attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance do cohere and jump.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook. You have betrothed both to a maid and a man.
right noble in his blood. If the last seems true, we shall share this once happy wrack. Boy, thou hast 1,000 times never loved a woman like to me.
And all those sayings I would almost swear, and all those swearings lays true as soul.
Let me see thy head, and share thy woman's weeds.
The captain that had brought me on shore hath my maiden garments. Him in some suit has been accounted with Malvolio, the follower and gentleman of my ladies. He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither, and yet, alas, now I remember me, they say, poor gentleman, he's much distraught. A most extravagant frenzy of mine own. How does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as a man in his case may do. He has writ here a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a man mans epistles with no gospels, they have no skill when they are delivered.
See him delivered, Fabian.
Cesario, your master quits you. And for your service done to him, so much is the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breathing, you shall be no longer you shall no longer call you master. From here on, you shall become your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Oh, is that the madman?
Aye, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you pursue that letter. You must not deny it is your hand. Oh, 'tis not your seal, not your invention.
'Tis Mariah's hand.
Good madam, hear me speak. Let no quarrel nor no brawl taint the condition of this present hour. And hope it shall not, most freely I confess. Sir Toby and I set this device against Malvolio here upon some uncourteous and stubborn parts we had conceived against him. Mariah wrote the letter at Sir Toby's importance, and in recompense, he has married her. Oh, how with a sportful malice may we rather pluck on laughter than revenge, that the injuries be justly laid which have on both sides passed.
Oh, good fool, how they have baffled thee!
Well, as they say, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I am one in this interlude.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Seek him out. Give not to us the captain yet. But when that comes, and salt and golden time convince, our solemn culmination shall be mere of our dear souls. Sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, your master quits you. For while you are seen as a man, but another half you are seen, or seen as mistress and as fancy queen.
Was a tiny little boy, with hey-ho the wind and the rain. A foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain, it raineth every day. When I came to the man's estate, with hey-ho the wind and the rain. Gate, knaves and thieves, man shut their gate, for the rain, it raineth every day. Alas, to wife, with hey-ho the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I